25 years ago, we started Idealab as a technology incubator. We modeled it after Edison Labs as a startup studio. We look for opportunities that are big and broken, and then brainstorm technology solutions to fix them. We started off with these first 12 ideas in 1996, and since then, we've had more than 5,000 ideas, started more than 150 companies, and had more than 50 successful IPOs and acquisitions. Here are my most valuable lessons learned. They're the things I wish someone had told me before I started Idealab. 25 lessons from 25 years of starting companies at Idealab. Find great timing. I found when I look back at the 150 companies we started over the years, that a much bigger factor in their success was the timing of the idea. Now, by definition, if you want to do something bold and new, you're probably going to be early because you want to be ahead of your time. But you don't want to be too far ahead of your time. You want to be a little bit ahead. And what do I mean by that? You need the world to be ready for what you're delivering. The things have to be in place to make it successful. It could be broadband penetration, it could be GPS adoption, it could be any other technology that you don't control, but which is necessary for your ideas to succeed. The world really has to be ready because you can't push people too hard against their will if the technologies aren't in place. One particular example I would give is in 2000, after we had a number of companies that were very successful in e-commerce, we were looking to figure out what would be the next industry that would really move online in a big way. And we figured it would be entertainment. And of course, being located right here in Los Angeles, entertainment capital of the world, we figured what a great thing to do next. We reached out to some celebrities. We got some great people signed up. We actually got Chris Rock and Adam Sandler signed up to build this great comedic entertainment company. The company was called Z.com. We raised capital. We started making great content. But broadband penetration was only at about 20%. So this great stuff that we made, you had to do all kinds of browser plugins to be able to watch those movies. It was very complex. We eventually didn't make it, but only a few years after we didn't make it, a whole bunch of things changed. Broadband penetration crossed 50%. People had moved from 9600 baud modems up to faster connections. The Flash plugin came out, which allowed people to be able to play movies inside their browser without downloading some other kind of crazy plugin to make it work. And all of a sudden, YouTube took advantage of that and took off like a rocket ship, and the world changed because everybody understood you could now watch video inside your browser. So we were off by just a few years, but we were off because we didn't understand that the threshold had to be crossed in the marketplace for us to be able to be successful. So when I look back on all of our ideas, I always thought that the idea mattered the most, and coming up with a great idea ahead of its time was crucial. I always thought the business plan really mattered. I thought that the business model mattered. How are you going to make money? I thought that the executive team and the work ethic really mattered. And of course, all those things matter. But timing really makes a very big difference because it can kill an otherwise great idea. Another example of timing, Uber came out right after the iPhone and was one of the first applications that really took advantage of GPS. All of a sudden, many people had GPS, and Uber almost wouldn't even work without GPS. But Uber also had unbelievable timing, again, that they didn't plan, but that we had just gone through a great recession, and many people were looking for extra money, so many people signed up to be drivers because there were a lot of people out of work. So two very fortuitous things happened to make that company take off like a rocket ship when it first started. So again, these are things that are outside of your own company's control, but as a startup, you really want to look at the timing and assess it very carefully. Are all the things in place to make your great new idea really be successful, especially the things that you can't control?